Hey, what's up? We thought that coronavirus was going to be finished by summertime. We're not quite finished with the coronavirus, but we are finished with the coronavirus bike build off. We are calling it. You guys have had quite a bit of time to build your bikes. I think we're on 4 months now. We are down to 20 motorcycles. First bike up is from PAUGHCO. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a 95 KLR 250. Probably not the most obvious bike for a project build, but you know what? During coronavirus bike build off, you build what you have in your garage, and Berg sent it on this build. It is cool. It's got I like just a rad little 80s vibe to it. The colorway is great. It looks like a very fun motorcycle to ride. I would love to ride it. Next up, this one by Mobilines is a nice little build. We like the mini bikes. We like the small bikes. I think it's great to see guys building a little bit of everything. It's not your standard build. This is something that is cool, and you know, to go after a CT70, you gotta want it. You gotta want it bad. This is nice. I dig this thing. The LOSSA Aloha built a TW200, another off-road bike, another off-road capable bike. The TWs are really interesting bikes. They're like an all-terrain vehicle, fat tires, and this one is super clean. I dig it. The seat is really nice. Custom gas tank, it's got custom exhaust, nice wheels. I stripped a bunch of stuff out of it, cleaned up the subframe. This is a cool build. It's really nice, really clean, very simple. I dig bikes like this, and I like the white too. Smeds built a Ducati S2R with, it looks like a full custom frame. In solo seat, it's almost like a little board tracker meets Ducati build. I could tell a lot of work went into this thing. Yeah, I'm kind of just taking it all in right now. I mean, this is a full-on build, full-on frame-up build, and done very nicely. Monster Cowboy, this is a guy that I know. He drives monster trucks. His name's Cam, and he built a Z50. Man, we got a lot of off-road bikes in this build off. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, we can see guys are definitely going to the garage and kicking over projects that have been sitting there, and they're like, it's time to finish it up. Cam came with a really nice Z50. I love the blacked out wheels on this thing. He's got custom shocks on it, and this looks like a bike that is just fun for the whole family to rip around. This is a cool little bike. Another mini bike from built by Will Collender, Limburg, Netherlands. This thing's awesome. It's a little GP racer. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that it's awesome, and it's something that I want to ride. It's a two-stroke, maybe a little 50cc two-stroke, full custom frame, bodywork. I mean, this thing's a little bit of everything all smashed into one here. This thing's bitching. Dig it a lot. Another two-stroke crossover customs. This bike did get picked. It doesn't look quite finished, but I think this was a bike that we were dreaming about being finished. I mean, anytime you got a KX500 in the mix and you're dealing with a massive two-stroke, this is a project that we're fond of. Custom frame. This guy really bit off a big bite with this project. I mean, a full custom frame, ground up custom is a lot of work. It's a tremendous amount of work. So I give it up to Crossover Customs for going after the KX500. This thing's gonna be radical. Nice FMF pipe on it. Chamberlain 5150. It's a crazy road glide build. And this thing looks fun. Aluminum swing arm, a lot of high performance components. Looks like it's stripped. It's got good suspension. This thing just looks like a ball to ride, a great road-worthy bike where you can load up your stuff and bomb across the country. When you get to the twisties, you can have a good time. It's my mom. She's always calling in the middle of these things, constantly wanting to call. She wants to know who's going to win the COVID bike build off. And I tell her, Mom, watch it on the line. Watch it online. Everything's going to be okay, Mom. Next up, the RC45. This is by RC45 on Instagram. This thing is sick. RC45 build. This was a shed-built superbike. Badass superbike build. Would love to ride this thing. CBR 1000 that he turned into like a superbike. RC45 kind of replica. What a cool bike this is. Love it. Again, love to hit the track on something like this. Ooh, LC Fabrications. This is a Triumph Cub T20. What a cool little bike this is. Just something about a nice rigid frame Triumph, and this is a really interesting little motor too. I don't know a lot about the T20 Tiger Cubs, but I know, I mean, the power plant is a really beautiful little power plant. It's so simple. And this, again, another small CC build. I love bikes like this. They just make me happy. Mickey Chan, and she built a TW200, another TW200. Crazy, we have so many mini bikes and just odd bikes in this build off. It really speaks to like what is in people's garage and what they dream about building. Not your typical build, not your typical custom bike, but this TW200 is cool. I'd say this is something that would be fun to have in your garage, and you can definitely tell this was a garage build, and it's just fun. This is like a fun bike. Mitch Whitcamp built a K1100 BMW, and this is the flying brick. This thing's something special. This is a wild bike, and from the picture that I'm looking at right now, I love the 2D profile of the bike is insane. It's it's something new. But looks like he used the stock gas tank, but brought together a really interesting subframe tail section combo. Upside down forks, kind of modernized the thing. Stylish build, dude. We're digging it. I hope you finished it, because we can't really give prizes away to bikes that aren't finished. I think we picked bikes that we're hoping we're gonna get finished, like give you some motivation to get these things finished up. I'd love to see this flying brick on the road. Lucky Cat Garage. These guys build some really cool stuff. These guys are out of France. They're building some fast American muscle. This is a Sportster build. It looks like a full custom drag race frame. I want to see if they finish this thing up. It's got a slick on the back. It's got some really lightweight aluminum wheels on it. Low down clip-ons, all fiberglass bodywork, gas tank. I can't wait to see this thing finished. Hopefully it is finished. Smoking Bunnies. He brought the Ducati to the table. Now this is the air-cooled Ducati motor, and this thing's crazy. I mean, he went full chopper on this thing. Put this Ducati motor in the middle of a crazy chopper. The Smoking Bunnies bike, we know it runs. We've seen videos. This is a crazy build. No School Choppers. This thing's killer. This is a panhead build, and has just a really bitchin' stance. Sometimes simple is better, and this thing is simple. Like 39 mil narrow glide, little chopper tank, king and queen with a built-in like king and queen setup on the rear fender. Really nice fabrication work done, but also suspensions, a swing arm bike. Really cool bike. Steve-O's Chop Shop. This one's a finished build. Killer WR450, street tracker, flat tracker. Really nice build, custom tank. I maybe used the stock frame. May have used the stock frame and really put together the rest of this machine. I mean, it's streetable, but it also looks like you could rip it around the racetrack. Always a little bit difficult of a thing to do, to blend the two, but I think that Steve-O's Chop Shop did a fantastic job digging this bike. Frododabbins. This is I think it's an FCR7. Yeah, this is an FZ07. So this is a 700cc Yamaha twin, a modern twin. It's water cooled. And Frododabbins went all the way in on what he's calling Project Sidewinder. And this is a full frame up build. Looks like he used the stock swing arm and maybe the stock foot control plates, stock fork and triples. But outside of that, this is like a full ground up build, bodywork, fuel tank, tail section, subframe, frame. I'm sure it's just, yeah, shock mounts, everything else. This guy went big. Frododabbins. Looks like this thing's very close to being finished. It's coming down to the wire for Frododabbins and Project Sidewinder. Stoked to see this thing on the road. 089 Moto from Munich, Germany, with the Honda CB554 Cafe Racer. This is about as clean as a CB500 550 comes. I mean, this thing's gorgeous. Love the color. Love the seat. Love the brown seat and grips. Even did a little brown detail on the kicker. I mean, this is classic cafe racer. You even got, you know, tires that don't work that great on it, but hey, Fits the style of the bike. Love it. What a clean build this is, and he's definitely in the running. Scale Studio. This is a beautiful, it's a 900 SS, it was a 1200. This is a 1200 SS Ducati build. What a gorgeous bike this is. I mean, top rate suspension, Superbike suspension kit on this thing. Custom bodywork, front to back, stock frame. This is a beautiful bike. Reminds me a little bit of a Walt Siegel build, which is by no means a bad thing. Digging the bike, Scale Studio, the Arsenal. Nice build. Last bike in the top 20, PAR Motorcycles. Now, we've been watching this bike from the beginning. It's one of the first bikes in the competition. This is the XRR Street Tracker. Apparently it's for sale already. This guy hasn't even finished his build. Killer build. I think it's a CR450. Oh, XR750 Street Tracker. And it was inspired by the RS750D. It's like something Bubba Schobert might have ridden back in the days. What a fantastic job he did on this bike. I think the tank is cool. I don't know what that, it's like an old Yamaha tank. Love how he incorporated the radiator shrouds in with the paint job and the tail section, the gas tank. Really buttoned up build. And this thing is looking to get sold actually. So PAR Motorcycles, you're interested in this build, check them out. And that is our top 20 for the coronavirus bike build off. This Friday, we're gonna try something new. We're gonna go live. I'm not really a live goer, but we're gonna go live 1:30 p.m. California time, Pacific time, and we're going to be giving some great prizes away to the winners. We're giving away some cash. I want to thank all our sponsors: Fox, Dunlop, PAUGHCO, Bell, LOSSA, LEXIN, MOTUL, Pit Viper, WISECO, SNS, Sticker, Risk, Biker Gear Club, and REKLUSE. Thank you for helping out and adding to the coronavirus bike build off. Everyone who was following, a lot of you guys got prizes. Man, a lot of these guys really kicked in some great stuff for everybody. So stoked to be able to bring those prizes to everybody. And that's it. Coronavirus bike build off. And we're out. Don't tell me what to do, Joe. If I want to touch the table, I'll touch the table.